Got it.
Yeah, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of shows in the Let's Talk Football community, and I don't need to name them, but one of them is This Week in SEC, and that's these two guys down here. We're going to give them the floor because they need to talk about one of the coaches in the SEC. Before we do that, we got a bunch of shows, a bunch, and I'm not even going to try to go through them. I'm just going to give you a little bit of what they look like.
Hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, Colin, we've been talking about this. They gave us the floor for this one. We've been talking about this one since the end of last season. News broke yesterday that Auburn athletic director, what is his name again? Lord have mercy. I just had it pulled up. Alan Green. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mr. Green. Auburn athletic director Alan Green submitted his resignation, which was accepted by the chancellor. And now the search is on for a new athletic director. Now, for those of you that are wondering why this is significant, don't worry. We'll tell you. Last year, there was a big public push on the part of the boosters, on the part of the fans to try and get Brian Harsin fired. And that was his first year. The first year coach, they were trying to get him up out of there. Okay. They brought him in. They had all kinds of stuff against him. He had to come in off vacation and explain why they lost. It's like I could see him sitting there going, I don't know. I guess it didn't work out, but we're gonna do better next year. Whatever it was, there was a whole big publicized thing. And but why this is significant is because Green is who hired Brian Harsin and was the last piece of resistance to the push to get Brian Harsin fired. So, now it's do or die for Brian Harsin. What you got on that, Chief?
Yeah, no, I mean that like I said before, I kind of figured, like you said, when the AD resigning, that, like you said, that pretty much the writing's on the wall, and that makes me question whether they should actually give him the opportunity to coach this year. I mean, do you think they're going to? I mean, what's the chances that he gets through half of the season or whatever, and he's not doing well or whatever? They have, they're losing games. What are the chances they just pull him out?
If he gets to the halfway point of the season, and it's a 12-game season, if they're languishing, if they're like 2-4, they may pull the plug, or they may do what they did to Coach O and just say, look, you're done after this season. We'll let you coach the season out. Actually, I think they'll just go ahead and pull the plug on him and tell him to pack his locker, because they didn't want him to come back this season to begin with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean? That's what I'm saying before. Like, would they even give him a chance to play coach the first game of the season? I mean, I guess they kind of have to at this point because they have nobody to actually,
we're week 0. They got. I mean, that would be absolute madness for them too. The guy that has been pushing them through, that's pushing through the spring game, spring camp, fall camp. That would be absolute madness. But we know.
I'm sorry. I think it's quite funny though to hear him talk on the at the podium saying that everybody loves him, the coach needed players, which they may. We're not in that locker room, right? I mean, to hear him talk, he's the greatest thing.
No, we're not.
We use your sliced bread, but
sliced bread. I like that. Yeah, I love that. Nah, fam, sliced bread. But
to hear him say it, not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, to be 100% honest, 100% transparent, this thing could go either way. Like, they could go out and lay a fat goose egg next week, and they will pull the plug on him because they have wanted him gone. Because other things are coming out now. Like the boosters went to the athletic director. They had already picked out their guy. Like, this is how bad this story was. I heard this in the car on the way home. They had already picked out that guy, went to the AD and said, this is the guy that you need to put in the spot when you get rid of him. And the AD stood up for him. So I think, I mean, the question now is to be asked is, do the boosters have too much power? Do you think the boosters had something to do with the athletic director resigning? He only had 5 months left on his current contract. So do you think that the boosters just quietly went to him and said, look, man, here's a briefcase. You don't even have to worry about counting it. Take it and leave.
Well, I mean, like we talked about before, before all these NIL deals came out, everything was quiet behind the scenes. Everything's being now slowly but surely pushed to the front. So I agree with you. I think the boosters actually may have, money is money. I mean, the boosters may have a little bit too much power in certain circumstances or situations. But all this kind of stuff back in the day was all under the table. Nobody heard about it. But now, with NIL, those kind of deals being made, everything seems like everything is following suit, coming up to the top, and everything is being brought out to the forefront. So it seems like they have a little bit too much power, but
yeah. I mean, and the even crazier thing about this, man, is this whole thing with Brian Harsin, it didn't start with the boosters. You know who it started with? His assistant coach, his defensive coordinator, Kevin Steele. Kevin Steele was campaigning behind the scenes for the head coaching job. And he also helped. He wanted the job. He interviewed for the job when they fired Gus, and he didn't get it. So he's just started quietly campaigning, and she's watching. It's like, I can't believe they hired this guy. I'd be a better guy for the job. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like a situation of sour grapes, you think? I mean,
so he was campaigning to be the guy to get the job, and he didn't get the job. So now he's down at Miami under Cristobal, and a new head coach Cristobal. But and now it puts Auburn in a really tight spot. Like what happens to Auburn now, because they're still paying Gus Malzahn's contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and unless they got cause to get rid of Harsin, they're gonna have to pay him too. So now they done got rid of two coaches in 2.5 seasons, and then they got to bring another one in, and they're still paying the other two. Yeah. It's just like your boy. I can't ever remember his name. He's got that contract that he gets paid till 2030. Major League Baseball player. He gets a check. He gets a $1 million check every year. Bobby Bonilla. Thank you very much. Yeah, Sean Spencer, Mr. Sports Jeopardy down there in the private chat. Thank you, sir. It's like Bobby Bonilla there. They're gonna have to pay him either that, or they're just gonna have to cut him a fat check like they did with Coach O. 17. Hey, coach, here's a check for 17 mil. Have a ball. Now there's have a die. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
So I mean that's basically the gist of it. So coming to you, what do you agree that he essentially has to win at a minimum, has to win the West Division in order to shut up the haters?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I said that during one of our shows. I think he's got a mountain to climb in order to keep his job. In my opinion, I mean, I'm saying not only 500 ain't gonna do it. He's got to win at least 8 games. I would say 8 games. He's got to win at least 8, if not 9, to keep his job. To be honest with you, I mean, after all this stuff going on, he has no crutch now that AD's gone. So I mean, like he's gonna have to prove himself somehow, some way. So
well, he wasn't going to have him anyway, because the AD would be gone by January. So either way, he was probably going to be gone. But so Brian Harsin, to wrap this thing up in a bun, because we have kind of sort of hijacked the show. Sean, thank you for letting us have a couple of minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what it boils down to. Brian Harsin, look, man, you knew what you were facing when you came in here. Your boy Brutus tried to Julius Caesar you. And you managed to survive that, but now, your athletic director is gone. So go get him, man, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Sean, we're gonna turn it back to you. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Fingers, coming to you live from Zagniv Central. And that fella over there, I gotta point the other way because you're on the opposite side today. That fella right there is the brother from another, the sexy mother Hubbard, the ace of base in the place in your face. I am very happy to be here. Colin P from the DMV, and together we do host This Week in SEC Football. We are on every Monday evening. Depending on what time I get home from work, we either on at 6:30 Eastern to 7:30 Eastern, and we are on for about an hour or so. Check us out. We are live on Facebook. You can find us under This Week in SEC on the Facebook group. It is Zagnev Productions LLC on Twitter, and I think that's it. Oh, and Zagnev Productions on the IG. So come check us out. That's me. That's me. That's Colin P from the DMV, and we'll catch you later. Sean, Uncle Shay Shay's taking it back to you, sir. We gonna let you have it. We done our something before 2 something. Let's get back.
Yeah, buddy, my guys. This week in the SEC, I love it. I love it so much. Appreciate you guys coming on here, Mr. Anthony Handy. I definitely appreciate your time. Anytime you're able to get on here, ladies and gentlemen, get familiar with that face. Monday nights, not only Mondays, but he also has show Parachute Pants, Popcorn and Parachute Pants. That's the movie podcast with our guy, Mr. Nicholas. I Want to Smoke Rosario. That's probably going to be on hiatus during baseball season, but we'll get back to that. Yeah, and then also Indian Unsigned, which was wrapping up season number 3. We got 2 more episodes coming because football season, and we know football season is the priority, ladies and gentlemen. I love to talk music. We get unsigned artists. We get singers, musicians, poets, authors, dancers. We get folks that come on and haven't found that upper echelon yet, but we just try and expose them to as many people as possible. And that is on Tuesday nights on the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Twitter space. For those of y'all that migrated over from MySpace to Twitter, that means you're probably about 3 years shy of being able to collect AARP benefits, much like your boy. That we're on Tuesdays, and so check us out. Yeah, buddy. Kate, unmute.
Muted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Anthony, I appreciate you so much. You always make me laugh. I love your Shannon Sharp. Thank you for coming on with us.
You know, Uncle Shay Shay loves the ladies. Miss Kate, you look. I be seeing you. You got the head. You got the 3 different layers and everything going on. I be trying to tell Skip that he need to get his woman to do something with her hair like that. Maybe he won't be so uptight when we come on the show.
Oh Lord!
I love you.
My guy. Yo, so Anthony will definitely be joining us throughout the season, giving us the insight on everything that has to do with the SEC, his Georgia Bulldogs, and everything in college football. A lot of stuff going on, and he'll be with us all year along with Colin P. But we're gonna go ahead and let you go so we can go ahead and finish up the last couple seconds of the show.
There is no everything. There is only Georgia Bulldogs. Go Dogs.
Go Blue.
Wow.
Wait. Hold on. This is the first time I've ever been able to say that when somebody in a while since somebody clapped back at me. And how did that CFP game go? I'm sorry. See ya.
I'm gonna do it for you, Kate. Got the axe.
David will come and get you.
The little David, yes.